Thanks everybody for being here and hanging in. I know we're the last session. When I come to meetings like this, I'm always amazed at the cultures. I mean, you have all the countries that are represented here. Individuals have cultures, families have cultures, communities have cultures, and regions have cultures, and countries, of course, have cultures. There are also cultures around sustainability. And that's actually a very big opportunity for us because I think the emerging sustainability culture actually is driving all of us together rather than apart. So when you think about sustainability culture, think about it as an opportunity. And really changing the sustainability culture that we live in as individuals or as communities or as companies, and my company has as strong a culture as any, is really the key. So let me give a perspective on Dow Chemical's journey and our sustainability culture. We were founded 110 years ago, so we're quite old as a company, though we've reinvented ourselves many times. But even as early as 1906, our founder partnered with George Westinghouse and invented industrial cogeneration as a concept and worked it into our production. So even 100 years ago, we were looking for ways to maximize our energy consumption. In the 60s, Dow had a war, what we called a war on BTUs, where we really got after energy efficiency for the first time. In the 1980s, we created what was called the RAP program, which stands for Waste Reduction Always Pays. And we pay attention, very close attention to greenhouse gases, but sustainability as we look at it covers everything: water, waste, recycling, etc. So we've had a history of having these campaigns, so that's part of our company culture. But in 1996, we announced what we called our 2005 goals. And that was a 10-year set of goals using a 1995 baseline. They were really aggressive breakthrough goals involving a pledge to reduce 90% in several categories of safety and process safety incidents. We had very aggressive big targets on waste reduction, wastewater reduction, energy reduction, etc. And very importantly, we committed to public reporting and really complete transparency. And when we announced those goals about 14 years ago, it was a big shock to our employees. And they had been used to having campaigns, but for the company to go on record and say, we're going to reach these breakthrough levels and we're going to report every year our progress to the public, it really had a dramatic impact in aligning all of the people in the company, really getting people focused on, hey, we've got to pull together and deliver. And those goals really delivered some incredible results. And for example, in energy, we saved $5 billion on a $1 billion investment over that 10-year period. We actually continue to track that, and we're up to about $9 billion now. So when you have those kinds of financial returns, management notices, and there's a strong business case that begins to be established. We reduced our wastewater by 200 million pounds, so an incredible reduction in wastewater, and we reduced our greenhouse gas absolute emissions by more than 20%. So we really made some dramatic results, and I'm only giving you a handful of those. Key point being, when we set goals and committed to public reporting and transparency, it changed our culture. We were already pretty good, but that put a whole new lens on it. 3 years ago, we announced our 2015 goals. So our 2005 goals ended in 2005, of course. Now we're 3 or 4 years into our 2015 goals. Those goals were set really with two primary areas of focus. One, to continue to reduce our own global footprint and local footprint, and then also to unleash the power of Dow people and Dow science and technology to help our customers and society reduce their footprint. So we're deep into these goals, but we have the backing now of 10 years of previous public reporting, transparency, so the culture of our people really has been changed in a positive way to expect to operate in that climate, which I think is the climate of today. I think the more transparency we as companies have, the more goal setting, the more we challenge ourselves to help our communities make breakthroughs. That is the way we're going to contribute as business to improving the sustainability culture. And we've got some major partnerships we're involved in. U.S. CAP in the United States, we're supporting a cap and trade program, which I think the U.S. CAP positions have been very instrumental in helping move the United States government towards a more interactive and proactive position heading into Copenhagen. We have some very wonderful collaborations, including one with UNEP in China around process safety. And so what I'm summarizing here with is to really improve our sustainability culture as a group of companies, countries, et cetera, I think we have to move towards collaboration and really set some aggressive targets, have public transparent reporting for all the different stakeholders, and then move forward. So thank you.